Good morning. The old fisherman back with you again. Lake Monticello Friday in February 2017. We're going to try these perch again. I haven't been out here in a couple of days. It's been windy, stormy. But it's got cold this morning. 27, 28 degrees this morning. It's cold. So maybe they'll bite. Let's go put this trawler motor down and see what we can do. I tell you, a couple of days I haven't been fishing, so I don't know what to expect. We're just gonna start out like we always do. And it's cold, so I got all my stocking hats on again. Anyway, it's what you got to do when it's cold. We're gonna fish with a new penny gulp shrimp this morning. I went and bought a few of them, so I'm gonna change around. I got several things I'm gonna try. I even got a little mullet gulp mullet that I'm going to put on here in a minute and see what happened with it. There again, like I always said, you got to experiment, so we experiment a little bit today. Hey, they might not bite, I don't know. I see the fish finder here right now. I'm in 54 foot of water and I see a few fish down there, so never know. It might be a good day. It got cold, water's mid-range today, not real low, not real high, so hey, we got to try it. And then the wind's picking up, so we're probably gonna have a little wind problem in the speaker, but I'll try to talk up where you can hear me. All right, we're dropping it to the bottom for the first time this morning. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Looney's already followed me out here and I hadn't even put a hook in the water, so I have no idea what's gonna happen, but we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. Oh, I already had a bite. I missed him, but I had a bite, so that tells me that, hey, there's something out there. So we fixing to find out what they're gonna want. They might want to Mr. Crappy today, but right now I got 2 gulp shrimps and I got 2 whole gulp shrimps. Last week, or the first of this week, they was eating a half a gulp shrimp better, so, you know, I might have to tear the half off. I had that one bump right there, so that's another bump. The other one hit it on the way down, I missed him, so it must be some little ones in there. There he is. There he is. Let's see if we can get a nut and see how many is down there. We're going to hold this thing here a little bit, see if we can get a nut. Lake Monticello on a cold morning. And I like cold mornings. I can tell you that right now. I like cold mornings. Here he comes. It feels like a good one, too, what I mean. Oh, Lord. 2 good ones. Look at that. Oh. Can't even pick him up on this limber rock. 2 good ones. Lake Monticello. First thing this morning. Look at that. Huh? That one right there is a pound, over a pound. He getting both of them's over a pound. That's a nice perch, people. I'll tell you, it's a good day when you drop down, start off getting 2. But you know I didn't catch nothing on my new penny. Caught one on a spoon and one on the regular natural color, but nothing on my new penny. I just put on. I've been wanting to try the new penny. Last year I caught a lot of them on new penny, but I'd run out and I never did replenish them. So it might not be the way to go, but I used to catch a lot of bass on that new penny. That's the reason I like it. I think it looks like it's the same color of crawfish, and I really believe that them bass think that thing's a crawfish. Same color anyhow, so that's why I like that new penny. I like to catch a big bass on new penny today. We never know though. Boy, I tell you what, I'm loving life. All you folks that's commented on my videos, I really appreciate it. I tell you, it means a lot to me to hear back from y'all. And I designed this thing where, like I say, where y'all, you can almost picture yourself in the boat with me and I'm talking to you. And I know people like that kind of stuff. And that's my style, and I'm going to continue doing it. Oh, there's another bite. Oh, boy. I just wish you was back there feeling some of these tugs that I'm getting on this rod. I tell you, it's a wonderful experience. I just love it. I love fishing, and everybody knows that. I wouldn't be out here when it's in the 20s, I can tell you that. But yeah, there you go. It proves what I've been saying all along, and I'll keep saying it. Cold weather is the key for deep water fishing. Cold weather. Old Looney, he's already after me. That's a nice one. It looks like them big, but they ain't. They bit the natural color. I might have messed up putting new penny on them. New penny might not live long on that hook. So I might have to go with another color. If I don't soon catch one on new penny's gonna be in the box. Hitting more of that shad color. So hey, I can give it to them because I went and bought me some white ones. I got white ones. I got natural, and I got new penny, and I got a mullet minnow. I didn't even know they made this one. You know, of course, I'm buying all my stuff from the store. Nobody's giving me nothing, so I'm buying all my stuff and promoting it, I guess, for nothing. But anyhow, that's beside the point. But we're gonna see if we can catch another one of these wonderful white perch. I see them. It looks to me like they all scattered all up and down. It might be up high. Boy, I tell you what, that wind's starting to blow. I didn't think, you know, you go by what the weatherman says, sometimes you get messed up. He said 5-mile-an-hour winds max. It's already over 5 miles an hour. We just got here. And it's cold. My little hands is cold. I'm gonna have to hunt my gloves somewhere. There they are. All right, white perches, we are here. We are here. Let's beat on the boat and tell them, make them know we here. I love doing this. Up. Oh, Lord. He hit it by knocking out my hand. I'm not very good left-handed. Oh, there you go. There you go. We give them none today. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. That's a little one. Like I said before, the little ones don't pull around as good as the bigger ones. And sometimes you can't get one. Oh, no. What I got? He kind of swimming up. I think it's just a little one. Yeah, he's medium size. He's over half a pound. He goes in the box, and guess what? I got him on the new penny. I tell you what, the new penny. Uh-oh! One bit my half. One bit the half of my gut shrimp off again. Now we got a half. So I'm gonna put it back down. I'll tell you that. I done that the other day, and it was bonanza on the old half. Oh, I got my gloves on. My hands are freezing. Woo! Good gosh. It's cold. Oh, blood's thin when you get 60. I'm almost 66. I keep saying I'm 66, but I ain't 66 yet. So I better quit saying I'm 66. I'm trying to wish my life away. I'll be 66 April 28th. I tell you what, can't believe it. Don't know how I got 66, but I'm there. I'm getting real close, and I can't believe it. Seems like last week I was 50. You folks, I tell you what, you better enjoy yourself, because when you get 50, you're 66 in about 2 weeks. It's unbelievable how fast time goes, man. Just when I'm able to have a good time, time keeps flying by. I wish you could put a stop on time. That'd be a wonderful thing, wouldn't it? You could figure that one out, you'd be rich. All right, white perch, back on this lake, the lake I love. I'm gonna tell you right now, I hope I can be buried on a hill overlooking this lake. I sure love it. All right, white perches, Monticello. Best thing that ever happened to Steve Comalander is Monticello Lake. Oh, excuse me. My wife is the best thing that ever happened to me. Second best. Better watch myself talking too much here. Get me in trouble. All right, I'm getting bumps. All right, come on, boys. I have to put a. What's going on? It's acting funny. It ain't going down. Sometimes that spoon will get hooked around the line and it won't go down like it's supposed to. Woo! Doggone it. Doggone it. Might be a day I need to try the old crappie jig out. Sometimes when they hit and they're not taking it, then you can change colors or change plugs, and then they'll really take it. There you is. There you is. There you is. Come on, boys. There you is. Come on, take me. Give me another. I want two. And get that second one. See what? I don't think I got that second one. I got a good one. Let me tell you, that is a good one. That is a nice white perch. I chucked it that way over a pound. On new penny. On new penny. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm doing. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I've been wanting to do this. Might take me a second though. I ain't ready for it. But I got a doggone mullet minnow and I ain't never put it on the hook. A mullet minnow. Here I go again, fish biting. I'm gonna stop and put something on. That's what I do. And sometimes I think I'm crazy for doing it, but hey, sometimes, just sometimes it works. A mullet minnow, you know, they probably won't touch it. But I had to buy them a mullet minnow by Gump. It's called Glow. Let's see what the name of this thing is. But this thing here's a 3-inch. I might be done bought something too big here. I might be wasting my money on a mullet minnow, and it's a little too large. I didn't even look when I bought them. I didn't take my glasses with me. You know, well, blind fella, he needs glasses. What got me using them heavy jig heads. Didn't take my glasses. But I like 2-inch stuff. Of course, I can bite this thing off, I guess. But this is a mullet minnow. They probably won't hit this. I might be done messed up right here. Might as well get me a white one out too, because I know that's probably what I'm gonna have to use. Try to white one too. Because I don't know if they're gonna hit this mullet minnow. Now it's a little large. But anyhow, it's hard to get in these packs. I ain't got my scissors with me. So I gotta take my dikes and cut the doggone pack open. And then I got trash all in the boat. But at least it's in the boat, not outside. I don't want to be littering. But a mullet minnow looks a little large now that I got it out the pack. So we're gonna pull a white gut shrimp out and lay it here just in case. Just in case old mullet minnow don't work. Alright, I'm gonna show you the old mullet minnow. I could be catching more fish, here I am changing. But you know what? It's worked over the years. Look at this mullet minnow. Not a heck of a looking thing. They might bite that crazy looking thing. About the same size as some of them shads. I'm gonna try it. Hey, what I got to lose? I got plenty of fish in the freezer. If I lose a couple fish, so be it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little experiment. I'm gonna take Mr. Half a Gulp shrimp on at the bottom, which I was catching so many on earlier the first of the week. Just a half a gut shrimp, and I'm gonna put Mr. Mullet Minnow on. If I can get Mr. Half off. Mr. Mullet Minnow. That's a heck of a looking thing there now, I don't mind telling you. They're gonna come up with next. But a mullet minnow fit on this big head real good. It'll fit real good. So we're gonna see if they'll hit. We're gonna see if they hit Mr. Mullet Minnow. I'm gonna show you up close what Mr. Mullet Minnow looks like. Right there, Mr. Mullet Minnow. We're gonna see if they'll hit it. Probably won't. You never know. I don't much like that short tube on it. Hey, never know. I might learn to like it right quick. And that's the key. If they hit it, I'll like it, I promise you. Mullet Minnow going to the bottom. We at 48 foot. We're right on the tip top of this ridge, right where I want it to be. How I stay there, I don't know. But we're gonna drop Mr. Mullet Minnow down. I'm gonna put my hands, my little gloves on my hands because I'm cold. And we're gonna pull Mr. Mullet Minnow, see what happens. See if one will bite him. I still see a few fish down there, so I think it's stirring. Yep. Oh, Lord. Woo! Something hit something. I don't know if it was Mullet Minnow, if it was the new penny, but something hit it. Nope, missed it. That Mullet Minnow's a little big, though, I swear. It's a little bit bigger than what I... There he is, though. There he is. Little fish. No? Don't know. Come on. Get that. Get that. Ah, ain't got but one. He's a little one. Oh, hit new penny. Didn't hit Mullet Minnow. I was afraid of that. He hit new penny. Didn't hit Mullet Minnow. Ah, I tell you what, when it's cold, you got gloves and things get hung up, it's tough. Anyhow, I got it. Mullet Minnow might be a little bit big. I might have to cut them little fancy tails off the mullet minnow. Don't they wiggling? I don't like them tails. Them tails don't impress me. I got to give it a chance before I tear them off. But I'm probably going to end up tearing them tails off. That's going to make it a little bit smaller, and that's probably going to put it in the range of the size of bait that they looking for when I cut them tails off. I think that's going to be the key. But we're going to give it a shot. A little bit weird looking with them two little tails. Not much on all them wiggle tails. I like the flat tails. Now, I have caught them on a triple ripple. But I like, they hit. I don't know which one they hit. They bumping. There's fish down there. There's no question about that. There's fish down there, but I think we got some little ones down there today. I might have to test them. Oh, they hit it every time I drop it back down and get a bump. They get little. They're little. They're not the size I'm looking for right now. Of course, that first couple was good. That was good. That was good. Oh Lord, he's on mullet minnow. Look at that. Caught him on mullet minnow. I love it. Mullet minnow. I still think that tail needs to be cut off the boat. I'm gonna cut that tail off. I'm gonna do what my instinct says to do. Now I've made a short plug. I think that's gonna be good. Hey, if it don't work, I can put another one on. I got 7 more of them. Drop it back down. That little yellow and white, though, I used to use. In fact, I've got a yellow and white spoon on the bottom, so that's not a bad color. That mullet minnow might catch it. He might catch it. Looney, I want y'all to stay away from me today. I tell you what, the other day I hooked one of them loons, and it was awful. I don't want to go through that again. They messed my whole morning fishing up. And took my plugs on top of it. So y'all boys just hang back. I'll give you a fish every so often. It's nice if they can understand what I'm saying. Hey, them birds smart enough, they might know what I'm saying. I don't know. Cold this morning, wind's blowing, and I mean cold. But I love it when it's cold. I don't like cold, but I like the way the fish react to cold. Boy, they bite, but they ain't taking. I need to change to something where they're going to take it better. They're bumping too much, and I'm not hooking them. I really think so. Really think so. Take that crappie jig today. You never know, and I always say it, and I'll keep saying it, you never know from day to day what these fish are going to bite. But I can tell you this, there's something down there right now that when they bite, I just need to get on the real big ones. I love them pound of quarters. Them first 2 I caught was fine fish. It's funny how you drop down, you catch 2, and then it's almost like they're getting used to me, and they know I'm up here, and they quit kind of. I'm having a hard time. I think I got a fish on. That's what it is. Look. Yeah, exactly what it is. Guess what he's on though? Mullet minnow. Here you go, Looney. He's on mullet minnow. I'll go back down, see what we can do. I see a lot of fish down there, little blue hooks, that means they're small fish. When it comes up yellows, and I've said it before, they're thick, and yellow makes a difference. I think when they yellow, it's the bigger fish. When they just little blue hooks, little tiny blue hooks, I think they're smaller fish. Or either if that's not the case, they're more scattered, it makes them blue. When they're more grouped, they're yellow, and that could be it. So they're more scattered, and they scattered, within the first 5 foot of the bottom is where they at. But I'm thinking they little ones. I bet you them big ones are laying in there spawning. I bet you they spawning. This is definitely a spawning ground. All right, got a lot of trash in the water this morning. The water comes way up since I hadn't been here last. And now you got all this broom straw and stuff floating. Laying on the bank, they suck it back out when the water started dropping. I noticed when I got here, the water's dropping. So it's on a fall. Now that fish has definitely been laying. The bottom of his fin, I'll show you. See the bottom fin, how red it is? That fish is laying. That's why it been, and it looks to me like he's already laid some of his eggs. See how slender he looks? So that tells me that they down there laying, and that's why I've been catching smaller fish, big ones down there. And they down there laying. Ain't no question. And guess what? He hit the little mullet mother. Well, you see, I can't get him off the hook. That's right there is the reason. I like to take them needle. It's aggravating trying to push them off, then I'll mess up my jig sometime. But I'll take these needle nose, and I just tied that on this morning, and I'll mash that barb in. But the problem is, when you do that, then when you try to catch two, and they get just a tiny little slack off the mouth, and you lose them. But I sure hate aggravating trying to get that thing out of their mouth with that little barb. And it's put there to keep from losing the fish. But I'm so boneheaded, trying to find an easier way to get them off the hook, I'm mashing them in. But that's what I do. I do crazy things. Boy, I tell you what, I do crazy things when I'm taking these gloves off, because I'm telling you, it's cold. Woo! I'm getting too old for cold weather. I don't know what it is. It didn't bother me. I remember coming out here, and it'd be so cold that the line would freeze in the eyes, and you had to dip down right in the water to throw your eyes out. Let the line go through the eyes, and buddy, when it's like that, you can flat catch them. And it used to not bother me, but my little hands and toes are getting worse at old age. All right, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got him on Mr. New Penny. Mr. New Penny, and that's a pound over a pound, between a pound and a quarter and a pound perch. And that, my friend, is what we looking for right there. Pound and a quarter, white perch in Lake Monticello. Oh Lord, I love fishing. When I was a little boy, my daddy owned a filling station. And back in them days, we had full service. I mean, you checked the oil, you washed the windshield, you checked all the fluids in the car, and you pumped the gas when our customer come up. Well, I was a little kid, and I was always complaining because I wanted to go fishing. I was always complaining to Daddy, and I said, Daddy, I want to go fishing. I don't want to sit here at this store and pump gas. Boy, we got to make a living, he'd say. Well, I said, well, we got to come to compromise. He said, compromise? What you talking about? You got to work. I said, I tell you what. Now I was a little kid. This is how much I love fishing. I said, and we used to go to Broad River and catch little catfish. Well, we caught all sizes. But I asked him, I didn't have him, but he did it. Being a good daddy as he was, he dug me a pit. I'll never forget it. By the store, it was probably 10 foot deep. He got a man in the backhoe and come in there and dug a hole in the ground. And we filled that thing, it got full of water. And every time we'd go to Broad River, when I was 8, 9 years old, we would get some catfish and bring them home, keep them alive, and we'd throw them in that pit. Well, lo and behold, I'd sit out there with a chair by the pit and catch them catfish while I wait for a customer to come to the store where I could pump gas. And you would not believe how many fish I'd catch over and over and over out of that pit. A pit of dug in the ground. It was big, twice the size of this boat. But them fish would bite out of that pit, and that was my entertainment while I'm sitting there working. And that pacified me enough, per se, to stay there and work and not be so miserable and catch them doggone fish out that pit. Now, you think I wasn't born to fish? I was born to fish. And I just love it, and I've always loved it, and I always will. I grew up in a wonderful time, let me tell you. I was born in Chapin, South Carolina, in a house on Peak Street. Born in the house, the doctor come to the house to deliver me. I was probably one of the last babies ever delivered at home. And 1951, when I was born. And we raised rabbits. We had a filling station. We sold catfish, barbecue. We butchered hogs. We done it all just to make a living. And so I've been around people and around a store atmosphere and around a lot of people all my life. I guess that's where my personality comes in. And that was a wonderful childhood. We rabbit hunted, we squirrel hunted. We done all the things country people did back then. And of course, you know, I'm country. You can tell by the way I talk. I can't help it. I was raised up talking like that, and it's hard to change now. It's hard to change to get correct after you've been doing it all your life. So that's why I talk so country. But I played baseball. Man, we played plastic ball in the front yard over and over and over. When I got to high school, I became a fairly good pitcher. We won a state championship in baseball at Chapin. And I run football, a fullback. But back then, you played all sports. You played defense, offense. I centered the ball on the punts. We done it all. We didn't have but about, might have had 12, 14 players, the whole team. So I was raised in a good time, and when you could take and ride a bicycle, our store was probably a mile from my house, and I could take and ride a bicycle all the way home with no hands on the handlebars. Till I got to the house, didn't have to worry about getting run over by a car, because it wasn't but 5 cars an hour come down the road by the filling station. So, well, times has changed now. It's not like that now. And then I went on and went to tech, become an electrician, Midlands Tech, become an electrician. I wired many schools, in charge of them, in charge of a lot of different things, theaters. Wired an aircraft hangar in McIntyre. Then I went in business for myself and wired about 300 houses before I retired. So, and done it all on my own. My kids helped me and my wife. So that's basically a little story about me and how I was raised and worked hard, and then I retired. And here I am right now, enjoying myself on Lake Monticello, doing what I love to do. And wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any other way. But I get involved in my storytelling. I done pull myself out off the ridge. I'm 57 foot of water. And I got a bad habit when I get involved in a story of not focusing about my fishing. So, when I'm not telling a story and I'm just fishing, I'm pretty deadly. But I like my stories, and I like for you to hear my stories. And I hope y'all enjoy them. But I'm going to try to get back here about 100 yards back over here, because I was just pulling and talking, not even paying attention to where I'm at. I got my little angles this way and my little angles that way, and I ain't nowhere close to where I need to be. So here we go. We're going to have to move back a long ways to get back on where I was catching the fish. And I was on a few fish, but you know, it ain't all about tearing them up. It's all about enjoying yourself and telling a story and catching fish. So it's a lot you got to do out here at one time. And I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy sharing it, because, you know, hey, if you don't share it, nobody's going to know if you by yourself. You ain't even got a buddy here. So I've got to put it on film to be able to go back and relive it myself. And I kind of like doing that, you know. I guess my biggest fan is me, so, but I just enjoy it, and I do it for a hobby, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm telling a lot of things about what I know, and I got a whole lot more to tell you. Let me tell you, I've been fishing all my life, and I can tell you stories probably for the next 10 years and not run out of stories. But I got to think about what I'm gonna say and think about my stories before I get here. Because, hey, this is live action. So it ain't like I got it wrote down reading it. So anyhow, I go from the heart. Everything I say is from the heart, and I'm a passionate person about fishing. I guess if I'd been as passionate about making money, I'd probably be richer. But hey, when I work, if I was in charge of a job, we worked 4/10, buddy. If I didn't care what my boss said, if I was in charge of that job, and even if I had to have a crew come in and we stagger, if I had to have somebody there on Friday or Saturday, in one of these big school jobs, I would stagger it to have somebody show up them days to make sure we were covered. But I was going to try to get one day, an extra day off, which would be Friday for me, and go fishing. Work 4 days and fish 3 or 2, whatever. But I'd go fishing, and that was the way I did it. And boy, of course, I had the advantage of being in charge, and I could say what we was going to do at the time. But anyhow, enough about me. We need to start focusing. I got off these fish. Fish were here, and I got here late. The sun was way up. I like to get here a little bit earlier, but I didn't. I got here late, and so we're talking more than we're fishing. Let me focus here and see if I can get back. I don't see them like I did. I don't know if they just left or I'll tell you what, this is a good time. This is a good time being on the boat. She will call me in. I think we need to move right over there. I think I'm still not on it. I'm still too deep. I'm fishing on top of that hump. I bet you them big ones are laying out there spawning. They're right on the edge of that top hill. And them little ones are all around here getting ready to move up. You know, on a brim bed, I don't know if you've ever watched a brim bed or bass. Always when they bed, there's a bunch of little fish trying to get in there and eat the eggs. So there's no difference out here. You got these little fish that probably are getting in there or waiting in line to bed or whatever. The big one's probably going to bed first. And then the little ones are bed. So I think, like on a brim bed, if you sit there and watch them, you got the brim is guarding that bed, and she's running off, or he's running off. So usually the male guarding the bed. The females will come in and spawn, lay their eggs while the male guards the bed, most of the time. And but they guarding that bed to keep the little ones from eating the eggs that they're laying. So that's what they're doing in these perch. I'm sure that they'll eat their own eggs, eat everything else's eggs. So they'll eat their own eggs, their own kind. And that's why they took the limit off these fish. So, all right, we need to catch the fish. Now, I should have been focused a little bit, but I kind of messed up. And this little bullet, it's just spinning like that. It ain't straight. Right now, I might get cut bullet. Cut him off. Got all kind of liquid. I'm fixing to bite that thing off. Well, we're going to cut him off a little bit more, make him a little shorter. With that nub the other day, they was biting that nub. That might be the key. Since he's so big, that might be the key. Probably destroyed a good mullet runner, but all right. We need to get something going here. It ain't working. It ain't working. We need to get something going. All right. Let's drop back down. Now we get 48 foot of water where we were. And now being on the boat. Let's see if we can call something in right here on top of this hump. I moved off, I know 100 yards while I was telling that story. That's a cardinal sin not to focus. You got to focus. Telling you that you got focus. See that? Get back up here where the fish were, I get a bite. And that's what I'm telling you. It's important to be able to be in contact where you at on the lake. Now he hit the spoon. That ain't a bad perch. He's over half a pound. Anything over half a pound I call eatable. Drop it back down. Drop it back down. Catch another perch. Hey, Looney. Don't you get my plugs today. I can't take no more of your aggravation. Boy, I tell you. Those birds are kind of fun to look. Uh-oh, I still see one carrying a spoon on his foot over there. Now that junker, that is not my spoon. But he's been toting that spoon for the last week, hanging to his foot. Ain't no way he's gonna get it off of it because the line's probably wrapped around his foot. But, hey, ain't nothing you can do about it. They want to be stupid and dive down there and get stuff. They ain't gonna get hung up. That's gonna happen. I hate it. There's one. Oh, he hit it hard. I don't know if it's little fish. What's going on here? Like I said, them daggone big ones are probably spawning down there. Oh. I'm sure that's what they're doing. They spawn. It's full moon, see? Full moon February. You can count on they getting ready to spawn it up. Some of them's already spawned. Especially as warm as the weather's been around here. Now there's a little baby. There is a little baby. I'm not liking this mullet. This mullet's got to go. I'm gonna put a white shrimp on there. This mullet's tying my lines and knots. It's just not working right, and it was a waste of $6. What that is. Waste of $6 probably. I might put it on another day and it eat it up. And it's tough though. I tell you right now, if they bit it, it would last a long time. It's tough, but they're not biting. So I'm gonna put this white shrimp on there. See what happens. Hey, they're not doing like I want them to do, so I'm gonna change it. That's the way I operate. I'm gonna change till I get the right combination. Right combinations when I'm catching 2 or 3 at a time. Right now we're not doing that, and right now I'm changing. That's the way it is. Right combination, 2 or 3 at a time. These things are kind of aggravating to thread on. If you don't get it just right, it won't set on the hook right. If it don't set on the hook right, and it's crooked, they won't bite it right. So, the thing about this white shrimp, I don't know what they done, but it's more tan. It ain't white. No, the last white shrimp I bought was white, not tan. Give it a shot. I'll give anything a shot. That thing ain't white. I don't know. They mix too much brown in the coloring of that one. I bought them when they're snow white. Or pearl. This is not pearl. This is brown. I ain't too sure about no brown. Sometimes the orange does good though, so you never know. It's kind of like a cruise control brand. Alright, Monticello perch, we got to catch another one. We up here, 49 foot of water on top of this hump. There ought to be some fish down there. See if we can stir them up and get them to bite. See if we can stir them up and get them to bite. I still got that half-ounce spoon on the bottom that I run out the other day. I went and bought some more.